commentator. Now the people that went to COD XP could ask these two questions. Is this game Modern Warfare 2.5 and how's the hit detection? Now they're playing on a landline at the COD XP event, so no one actually knew what the hit detection was like. Now to start off this game, we have to start where it all begins, the midnight release. Now my GameStop does something a little bit different. They give out numbers. You guys can get there a couple hours early, stand in line, you can reserve your place in line, so you don't have to stand out line all night. So what does that mean? You get the game right in the wee hours of midnight. You don't have to sit there until 12:30 or 12:45. You're already on. You're the first one in your community to get the game right away. Sure, you're going to have to spend some time in line, but it's actually not that much different than just kind of waiting in the back of line. You know, after the game already came out, sitting there and just kind of like, come on, man, I want to play this game. So they started doing this at 6:30 on Eastern Standard Time. So I got there at 5. I was number 8 in line. But you know how it is with the community. Everyone wants the game right away, so people started cutting in line. They really have no manners. So I went from number 8 in line to number 27 in line. Now the joke was on them. Because I got the Hardened edition, I went to number 3 in line overall. So it was kind of cool like that. I actually was able to go home, make some videos for y'all. I didn't have to sit outside all night. Now I was driving back to the event, and I was sitting in line. I was reading my Twitter feed. I came across this tweet about an iconic boxer figure that died at age 67. He's known for the phrase, "Down goes Frazier." Who am I talking about? Joe Frazier. Now, Joe Frazier is one of the all-time greatest boxers ever. He's definitely in the top 5 according to some stats that just came out after his death. Now, the thing is, he was always in the spotlight of Muhammad Ali. The line that I just said, "Down goes Frazier," came from a fight, the Thriller of Manila. Now, people say that if Frazier was born in a different time, he may be the all-time greatest boxer ever. Just he was stuck in the spotlight behind Muhammad Ali. Just unfortunate like that. Now, the sport lost a great figure. Boxing was an all-time. It was an elite sport back then. It's not the same thing today as it used to be back then. So there's 6 people fighting month to month, always duking it out. It's kind of like tennis today, where tennis there's always not one dominant figure. You know, Djokovic can win one week, Nadal can win another week, Federer can win another week. Sure, you can put Andy Murray in there or anyone else like that you want to throw in there. John Isner, right? So that's kind of how boxing was. Now, the thing I get away from this is Floyd Mayweather said he's going to pay for his funeral. I think that's Floyd the nicest thing he can do after going that sucker punch in his last fight. That's just my opinions on the thing. And this last line, "Down goes Frazier" for the very last time. I really do apologize for that. It's just something that it's true. I mean, the sport lost a great figure. It'd be interesting to see what's going to happen in the Pacquiao fight. What kind of tribute they're going to give this man. Because he is one of the icons of the sport, or should be one of the icons of the sport, of this war, this thing. I mean, if you guys don't understand my boxing figures at all, guys, check out one of my previous videos where I start talking about boxing and just kind of my thoughts and opinions on boxing or UFC fighting. Now here it is, the whole thing you're all waiting for, my Modern Warfare 3 impressions for this game. Now this is the honeymoon period. As my friend Why Not the Tiger quotes it, the honeymoon period. So these probably will change over time. I'm just going to see what's going to happen. My first impressions after I've been playing this game for 1 day, or not even a day, probably about 3 hours on in-game time. And the main thing I already said was his hit detection. What's the answer to that? The hit detection is dead on. If I shoot someone, it takes about 1 or 2 bullets to actually take them out. That's something Black Ops didn't know how to put in. And so it's just interesting. Now what does that mean? One-hit snipers. Quick scopers, this is your game. You guys are going to love this game. You guys can do your 360s, 720s, 960s, whatever you want. And you'll probably hit them right away. You don't have to worry about Black Ops, because Black Ops was kind of good for you all. I mean, it kind of puts you into conditions, because you know how it is when you're playing a sport or something like that. People always blame the weather. They blame the sun was in their eyes. They blame that it was snowy and stuff like that, but you all practice as you play. Or "E la pelota," as one of my old baseball coaches said. We play as we practice. So Black Ops was this great tool for you all to get better at your quickscoping, because right now, if you guys hit them anywhere, they're going to die. Now, what do I mean? My favorite sniper is the number 4 sniper, the AS51 or something like that. Is the one after the Dragunov. I'm not a quickscoper at heart, but I'm going to say, guys, I'm going to try quickscoping because it looks very fun, and this game is built right to it. Let's start this off. These maps are very, very small. I'm not sure if that's because I played Battlefield 3, and that's why these maps look very small, or what's the case. But they're very small. Now, the thing I really like about these maps is you can see small, minute details in here of stuff's taken from Modern Warfare 2 or stuff taken from COD 4, just the colors that they took, the saturated colors. Now, that may just be because I'm a graphic design student. I look at minute details, and you guys are all just there going for blood and gore and just want to play this game. But at least for me, when I play, I'm looking from a developer standpoint. What can they improve? What can they not take out? At least that's how I look at it. Now the one thing I kept doing, which is kind of a noob thing to do, is I kept hitting my back button. After playing Gears 3 and Battlefield 3, the ability where you can mark and select people so your teammates can see them, I just kept hitting it on Modern Warfare 3 for about the first 2 games, and then it took it away. But the thing I love about Modern Warfare 3 is just the community. Not just the community, because that's kind of a, what did you just say there? But how my friends is how the majority of them have this game. For example, out of my 96 friends, 46 of them were on that day, and 43 of them had this copy, or else we're playing Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, because they're probably going to get it for Christmas, or later on, maybe for Thanksgiving and all. Now the cool thing about this game is it's a mic communication game. That's something Battlefield 3 and Gears 3 somewhat do, but Modern Warfare 3 is definitely what it is. You have to do callouts. So exactly when I'm trying to keep hitting the select button, we all do the callouts, so it's just like the exact same thing, so I see why they're not putting this game. Now you guys will see this later on. I'll be putting my first game that I play out. It's not a great game. I think it's 13-7 or something like that. But the G36 is back in this game. It's the first gun you can choose. But one thing I do not like is on that gun is the noob tube. Why did you put the noob tube in there? But for me, I see the guns as very balanced so far. I'm probably jinxing myself. I don't really see anything overpowered. They say the Type 95 is like the FAMAS from Modern Warfare 2. But it's a 3-round burst. If people don't like to do that, then that's not the perfect gun for them. For me, I just see a lot of gun-on-gun action in these small things. I see a lot of gun skill. Now, Kill Confirmed is a really cool game type. Expect a lot more videos on the subject. Now, the game types I've been playing a lot right now are TDM, Domination, and Kill Confirm. I've been playing a little bit Search and Destroy. That is my game type. I'll probably play it later on and all. But it's just 3 hours of playing this game. Now, the specialist packages are very cool. I'm a big team player and a big support player like that. So I worked as a team. I try to help my team as best as possible. So I'm using the support class. It's nice because you can always get kill streaks. Even the people that are starting this game, it'd be interesting to see how this turns out. So those are just my thoughts and opinions on this game. If I ask to say if this is a game a hit or a miss, right now I'll say it's a hit because you actually can hit people. It's not a hit detection or anything like this. They will fall right away. And I think this game is a must. If you guys have to wait till Christmas or the holiday periods to buy this game, you know, that's fine. But if you guys can pick this game up or scavenge some money or do some help or laundry or help your parents around the house just to get this game earlier, I would recommend it. Now the gun I'm using here is a PP90M1. This game is really cool. This gun is really, really cool. Now these maps are very small and I go 10-5 in one game and 10-2 in the next. But this gun is really cool, guys. And expect more videos from me on this subject. I have about a couple more gameplays already saved up and expect more. Hope all is well. Thanks for watching, guys, and go buy Modern Warfare 3.